Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I can see there's a few people jumping on already. Still 6 o'clock here in, I believe, on the East Coast. Your hour changed, so it's 8 o'clock. So we're going to be coming to you an hour earlier. So hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier for all you guys to jump on. It won't be quite so late, and it gives me a chance to jump on other streams as well. It's with it only being a 2 hour difference, it makes it easier for me to get on, get home and get finished and jump on other people's streams. So I prefer this time of year. I prefer the 6 months when the clocks are this time rather than the summertime. And, yeah, so there's a few of you jumped on already. Let's have a look. So Michael Dunn jumped on first. Tactical FUD. VAO Walter's with us. Walter's saying, as fate would have it, I'm doing some 41 mag stuff today. Did the paperwork on a new Smith & Wesson M57 and process some brass. Yeah, I have a 57 and a 58, Walter, and I've also got this one up here. You zoom in on this one. So this is a Ruger Blackhawk, 1970, 3-screw, and it hasn't been modified. It hasn't got that safety plate in it, so it's still the original model. It hasn't been touched. I could send it to Ruger and get it done, but I don't ever carry it as a carry gun, so I'm not too worried about that extra safety plate. But yeah, so that one's a really nice Blackhawk, 1970 Blackhawk, 3-screw unmodified. I got that one up on display for people to see tonight. You can enjoy it, Walter. 41 mag is it's pretty cool. Tactical Third. Dale Pogue is with us. Elliot, Patriot Nation. I still can't get used to that new name, Elliot. It catches me every time. I got to look at your logo to remind me who you are. I still can't forget that name. Rich B is with us. Good to see you, Rich. Hopefully this show will help you again tonight, and just throw your questions out. There's plenty of us on here to help you. Bobby Barlow, good to see you, Bobby. Gene, reloading from the hot pot, has joined us. Good to see you. Just going down with a few who've been talking back about Mark Thomas with us. Good to see you, Mark. Really appreciate all you guys joining me. Tactical FUD has already started the ball in. Hashtag Mac 30. So it's Mac 30, my 30th show tonight, or my 30th reloading show. So don't forget, hashtag Mac 30 will get you into the draw for tonight. Hillbilly up was with us. Good to see you, Hillbilly. I was just watching one of your videos. Sorry to hear you went over on your ankle. Hope it's not too bad and it's on the mend. Thanks for joining us. Mark Thomas says he looked at 241 mag Blackhawks in the last 2 weeks. Can't make a deal. They used to be pretty reasonable, and I know now that they're going up in price. They're getting close to those 4 figures. So yeah, it's going back a few years when I started 41 mag. Everything was available. You could find the brass, the bullets, the guns were available at a sensible price. Everybody seems to be jumping on that 41 mag bandwagon. It's forcing the prices up a little bit. I hope we find one, Mark. One will come along. Dave Pogue, Mrs. Wayne is with us. Thanks for joining us. Ron Wayne is there. Hi, Ron. Okay, I think I've got to everybody there. Said hello to everybody. So tonight we were going to talk about 41 mag. Um, thought I needed to load some up, so I thought I'd have a go tonight and we'd run through it. My setup, what I use, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. So some of the stuff that I've got for tonight. So I'm going to be using. I got the Redin die set. I love my Redin dies. So there's the Redin 41 mag die set. So that's the die set we'll be using. 296 powder. I got 3 of these containers, and I've used 26 of them before, and they work fine. So we're going to carry on using that, as I got plenty of that. Brass wise, I'm using, see that Starline brass. This is Once Fired. I've got Once Fired, and I've also got some new brass over there that we're going to be. So I'm going to be mixing up with new and used brass. What we're going to use tonight is the Hornady 210 grain hollow point XTPs. So that's what we're going to be loading up with tonight on those. So that's pretty much the setup. And then out of all the pistols that I load, this brass is the only brass I actually anneal. You can just see at the top there that it's just a little bit more faded. And when we get to the press, and I'll explain why I anneal this brass. You can see there that it's very hot. You can see a slightly different color. So once I fire this, I actually anneal it, and it's the only pistol brass that I actually do annealing on. And when we start to do it, process it, I'll show you why I do the annealing on it. Tonight, guys, the giveaway, like I said, hashtag Mac30. A couple of stickers. I got my channel sticker, and I still got the little FN stickers that people like as well, the little FN scar stickers. Screwdrivers, always giving away the pocket screwdrivers. And tonight, I got another one of the Mac Tools beanies. What does it say on it? Something stroke, I don't even know what it says on it. 4-stroke or board stroke. But it's one of the ones that are lighted. So you hit the button, you got an LED light on it, a little flashing red lights, and then off. Rechargeable, you just got a USB in the back of it to charge it. So you got the little beanie guys, some stickers, and my screwdriver. So it's coming up to winter, so I think people are going to enjoy these hats. I'm going to try and find some more and give them away. So hashtag Mac30 will get you in the draw for that, and we'll do that in about 40 minutes or so. I can see Vanessa Kitty has joined us. Good to see you. And then what to say, new 41 mag brass is hard to find right now. I had 100 pieces, 41 mag, 31 special found all day at midway. Last time I looked, they had some at Starline. They had some Starline 41 mag new there, what? So I don't know if they still got it. Last time I looked, they had some there. I still got a bunch of it, new unused, so I'm okay at the moment. Vanessa Kitty's there, good to see you. Just back down, make sure that I missed any Daily Polk is in there, good to see you. Crazy Gearhead is with us, good to see you, thanks for joining us. Shane Boyle is out there, 1903-84. I load 41 mag for a lever action rifle I used for Dvorin N110. I think I got some of that powder. Starline brass and XTP bullets. Great performance bullet. That's one lever action. I haven't got 41 mag. I might have to add that to my bucket list. Might be something that I'll have to look at. Down. That side chat bouncing guy is great to see. Oh, Walter says Starline is out to 41 mag. Okay, let's go over by the press and we can do some of this. Sorry for the camera bouncing around a little bit, guys. But there we go. Get my stuff. Get that over here. Okay, so the red in dies. This back a little bit. This off the screen. Okay. So I really like the red in dies. I use them most of the time. I just like the quality of them, how they perform. I really like them. So setting up the first die is the sizing die. And how I do it is I bring it down. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but with the cam over, so it tilts the tool head. So it sets the tool head and it's perfectly straight. So I got this set with just a little bit of cam over on it. So that's going to set up my sizing die and decapping die. Next die is the expander die. So again, I bring it up so there's just a little bit of cam over on it, and then you can adjust the inside down to actually do the expanding. The next die around is the seater die, and this die seems to have a crimp built into the top of it, which I didn't think they normally do, but this one has. So I keep it away. I don't actually bring this all the way down because I don't want to be doing the crimp in this section. All I want to be doing is seating. And then the crimp is the last die, which we can adjust up later. So that was nice and loose. So the crimp die is a separate crimp die that I use. Okay, so let me show you why I anneal my brass. So you can see there, hopefully this will see. So this one has been annealed, no primer in it, and annealed up. So bring it into the sizing die. And then I size it with this wipe. And if you look, the top 1/4 inch, that die actually squeezes it in and puts a small step on it. So all the way down here, you can see, and then it comes down, and then it's almost like a neck on it, like a bottleneck, and then comes out. So these red in dies are really working this brass. And then by the time you expand this back out and then crimp it back down, the brass is working quite hard. So I anneal this brass. And hopefully you can see that there, guys, the actual step in it. I'm not sure if all dies do this, but I just decided that I was going to anneal all this brass just because it works it so hard. Let me show you another one. You can see it there, straight up all the way through. Let's do a quick size. And there you go. You can see how it squeezes the top and puts a little step in it. So that's one reason I anneal my brass. Let me just check on the comments. Sorry, keep jumping around. Crazy Gearhead is with us. There's a Kitty I think I said hi to earlier. Michael Dunn, I have one. Are you in the garage? Yes, my loading room is set up in the garage. I converted my single car garage to my loading room. Michael Hurtneck, good to see you, Michael. Thanks for joining us. Tommy Boy's with us. Hi, Tommy Boy. Walter says he hasn't considered a Nealon 41, but I do not have Reading dies other than the profile crimp 31 special minor RCBS. But just check it, Walter. They're probably all going to have the same sort of setup inside, but just make sure because they do really work that. They really work that brass. Okay, so you can see there we set up the size it, puts the little squeeze or the top on it. So the next stage, I'm going to get one of the bullets and we're going to start to expand. So bring it up. I'm feeling as I'm bringing the inside expander down, I'm feeling for it to start to expand. You can also come out and you can check to see if the bullet wants to go into the brass yet, and it's not there yet. So again, a little bit more. So I'm just doing less than a quarter of a turn with the expander at the moment. Just trying to bring it down, bring it out, check to see if the bullet is not quite there yet, but it's getting close. Okay, so now you can see the bullet is going into the brass and sitting there and holding. So I'm just going to go a touch more, maybe an eighth of a turn, bring it up, tighten that down. You can see it's sitting in there. It's just enough. And with these being plated or full metal jacket or plated bullets, you don't have to worry too much about over expanding it because they're just going to slide and you've already flared it just at the end. If they were my cast bullets, I'd be going a lot more than that. Get this dummy round finished off. So that's done. Let me just check on here again. Walter says that sizing die does not create that step with the RCBS ones. Because I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% sure that this die was correct, and I had to give Reading a call. I spoke to one of the guys at Reading, and he says, yes, perfectly normal. And that's how our dies work. They actually step it down. Because I was wondering if I had a faulty die, first of all. But it was okay. Yes, this is a pistol round, Mike. This is going to be for a couple of the revolvers I've got. Casey joined us. Good to see you. Yeah, so I haven't got a 41 mag rifle or lever action, so these are just all going to be for a pistol. So we've got this set up here, and then we can go on to the next section, which is going to be the seating die. And again, I got the die down nice and tight, and I start bringing the center down a little bit at a time, getting close to where I want to be. There is the cannula on there. You can see the little groove there. So we want to get down and I want to be in the top, I would say 90% that groove. Just on the bottom now. Okay, let me get my vernier and we can start measuring, and I'll get the book where all my measurements are. So just to show you guys what we're talking about tonight. So again, 41 mag, 296 powder, and Hornady, in the Hornady book, is telling me 17.6 to 22.6 grains. Lineman doesn't give me a powder spec for the 296, but on the web it's giving me 19.8 to 22. So anywhere in that range, you can see this slightly different for the different between the web, which is the actual website for that powder, which I think would be more accurate than the Lineman book. So, but you can get somewhere in between. Hornady bullets, 210 hollow point, and the overall length we're going for 1.580, which I got from the Hornady book. And their max was 1.590. I'm going to set mine at 1.580, and then the Lineman is telling you 1.585. So there is slight variations from different books to the web. So this is why I always tell people, don't just stick to one. Look at a couple of different books and always check the website as well, because it will give you a better idea and a nice, safer idea to where you are. So at the moment, we are at 1.605. We've got a little bit to go. And there you go, the 1.590, which is the absolute maximum they want it. And you can see we're still not quite at the top. I still got room to go with that groove. Go down a little bit more. $1.583. $1.580. So we can just nip the lock ring down. See there, that's 1.580. So that's where I want to be. And you can see a little bit left on the top of that groove. So there's plenty of room to crimp. So the next step we'll go on to this dummy round, no powder in it, no primer in it. It's just a dummy round at the moment. So the crimp die. So again, we just work it. Just turn it down a little bit at a time. See, starting to crimp, but it's still not where I want to be. I put quite a heavy crimp on these bullets. Almost there. And you can see it's getting there. I think I want to go just a touch more on this one. There you go. So there's it's a nice medium to heavy crimp on that. And the step has almost gone away now that we've expanded it. sized it and crimped it back. I can hardly feel that step anymore, and it's just the way that the Redding dies work. From there, I'm just going to push it back up. Just screw the lock ring down. Give it a nip up. Back in quick measure, 0.8, 0.80, and a nice medium to heavy crimp. So that's how I'm setting up my dies. Just go back and read this. "1903 says, I have Redding dies for mine and it does not create that step. I would think it would be problematic for lead bullets. What I just tend to do, I just make the expansion a little bit more on the top, and it just is it just a little bit more, and it allows that the lead bullet to drop down. I don't know if I've got any made up yet. There's another round that I made up for 41 mag. I think this is a Berries bullet. I don't think I've made any of my lead ones yet to try, but once I start casting them and mix them up, I'll let you guys know how they perform, if that dye affects the way the lead bullets load. Yeah, Walter's saying it seems weird that the neck you size the neck down and expand it back. And like I said, I called them and asked them because I was concerned about it, but they said that's how they built they designed those dies. Not 100% sure why, but that's how they've done it. Walter's saying he's going to start casting some bullets for 41 mag. I think, yeah, I've got some over there. I've got some already made up, Walter. You go and grab. I've already made them. I made some up. I haven't loaded any yet, but I have got some. So they're 210 grain. Hopefully you can see that. So I made these up, ready to go. They're powder coated. So I've got a few hundred made up already. You can see there's a bunch there. And these came out 2.11, 0.5, plus or minus 5. This batch came out at 208. And then this batch is these are all 209 grain. So I've measured them, weighed them out, and I've already sort of put them into bags ready. So I've got them all ready to go, but I haven't made any up yet. Okay. So there's the dummy round. So let's go over. I've already got some brass set up over here by my. Sorry about moving the camera around all the time, guys. So we were going to go, let me get my paper, powder-wise. So powder-wise, Hornady was telling me 17.6 to 22.6, and the web was telling me 19.8 to 22. So let's get the scales turned on. Get them zeroed. Okay, so we've loaded the Winchester 296. So this is what powder is. That's the powder we're using. We could drop a few dumps just to sort of steady the powder measure. And then at the moment we are sitting at 19.3. Get in and see that. On the side a little bit. So 19.34 with the Michael Dunn digital gauge, and on my 19.3 on the RCBS one as well. And I think we're going to load these close to 20 grains. So we could just bring you. So just unscrew the locking bolt, wind it down just a touch. That. Yeah. And I go back in and I'll do 2 or 3 drops. And then the next drop we can weigh. And now we're at 20.1, 20.1. So I'm just going to go in and verify that with another drop. And that one came out at 20.28. On the other 20.1. 20.2. So I'm close enough to the 20 there where I'm happy with that. Put this back aside. So we got it set at 20.1, 20.2. I'm just going to write that down because that'll go in my logbook later. 20.1.2 of 296. And just load that onto my paperwork, so when I load it into my main book later, I'll know exactly where I am. So again, we're not going to be making a complete round here, guys, because this one has already been, these have already been sized in a different process, primed in a different process. So all we're going to be doing is dropping some powder and then just into the bullet. So we've done it in 2 stages. So we're going to try and stay under the rules that YouTube are laying down for us. Brutal Bob is with us. Good to see you, Bob. Thanks for joining us. By 51 brass. I think I'm okay at the moment, Tommy boys. Tommy just asking me, do I need some brass? I think I've got enough at the moment for where I am. I think I'll be good at the moment. Thank you. GGW Outdoors has joined us. Good to see you. Don't forget, guys, hashtag Mac30 to get you in the draw. There's 14 entries in there, and we've got 27 on. So if you guys want to jump on, there's some stickers, my little pocket screwdrivers, and I'm giving away a lighted beanie hat tonight. So don't forget, just go in hashtag Mac30. You'll get you in the draw, and we'll do that in about 15 minutes or so. GGW is with us. Good to see you. If there's anybody else. Tommy Boy says, I always tap the powder hopper a few times when I first dump powder into it, then do 2 or 3 cycles. I want the powder to be settled. That's exactly right. And especially if you come back to it, if the powder's been in overnight or something, it's been in a couple of hours and it might have settled a little bit, just give it a little bit of tap to shake it up a bit, drop a few cycles, and you know you're going to be more. That first load won't be too heavy then, because normally that first one coming out, if it's been compressed, seems to be a little bit heavier. G23 has joined us. Good to see you, G. Thanks for joining us. Haven't seen you in a while. Edward Petty, hi there. Thanks for joining us. Casey Dolph is out there. Dale Pogue. Brutal Bob says recovering quite well from my neck surgery last month. Hope it all went well and you're on the mend. Good to see you here tonight. Okay, I am back up to date with everybody there. So now we've got this set. We've got it set at 20.1, 20.2. So like I showed you, I've got these Starline. These actually are, this is new. This is unfired brass when I loaded these ones up. So I have sized them because you can see on the top, they've got the little step in them. So they've been sized. They haven't been expanded yet, but we can do that in the next process. So they're all done, and it's just a simple act of going in and dropping some powder. And I lock this screw out every time I adjust it. I always put the lock back on so there's no movement. Once I've done it, I like to give it just a little tap on the bench so everything settles. And then I'll always go through and check the whole line just to make sure, you can see that, just to make sure that there's powder in every shell. And this is more important if you're doing a full tray and you're doing them all in one go. Get a little light, shine it down in each shell and go through to make sure there's no double charge in there, because this will make a double charge because it's quite deep in the shell. So in the case, you can see straight away if there's a double charge or if you missed a charge. And always double check everything you do. You can't be too careful when you're reading in. Check. It's just, there's no harm in it at all. Okay, let's get over this side. Bring this back over. Just to say, for the YouTube, we aren't doing a full round. This is a part round. We've already done all the sizing, everything on a different video, on a different stage. All the priming was done on a different stage. All we're doing is some powder drop, showing a bit of powder drop in, and seating the bullet. So let me just bring you in this just a touch. Okay. So we don't need the first die, which is a seating die and decapping die. Second one is going to be the expander. So I can go in and expand the neck just a touch. Seating die. Bullet is just sitting in the top, nice and slow and steady in all one even stroke. To seat it, turn it again. And that turn me around. Okay, so you can see there the completed. So let me zoom out. Sorry, when it's zoomed in, it doesn't like to focus quite up close. So there's the round, nicely crimped on the top, medium to heavy crimp, still at about 90% of the groove, the Kanye groove. So there's plenty of room for it to fold down. Pistol game, again, it right, Walter. is a 41 mag pistol gauge. Drops in, drops out, no resistance. He just goes in nice and clean, all the way down. It's just underneath the top there. And you can see the bullet is just almost level with that. And then it just drops clean out. So there's the gauge is showing is perfect. And this one is going to be measuring 1.583. So it did move a little bit from where I wanted. I wanted 1.580. Maximum is 1.590, and the lineman is saying 1.585. So we're right there. We're perfect. That round is done. But what I will do, Seaton's eye, I'm just going to turn it down fraction for the next one. Get it close to that 1.8. So again, first stroke is going to be the expander. Next one, we're going to seat. And the last one is the crimp. And what you want to try and do, always nice and smooth, try and keep the same pressure all the time. And then if anything does go wrong and it starts to grab and it doesn't feel, if you get used to using that lever on all your presses, the same sort of pressure, same speed all the time. As soon as something changes and it starts to grip or feels really loose, you feel it in that arm and you know straight away. You know straight away that it's something wrong. Then. So 1.580, nice crimp, completed round, ready to go. As easy as that. Like I said, this is the only brass I actually anneal, guys, because my red in dies puts, if any of you joined late, for some reason it puts a step in it and it's working that brass quite hard. So this is the only brass that I actually spend time and anneal just to give it, because it's not the cheapest of brass. So the more I can get out of it, the better. Tommy Boy says he likes to tap the powder because it gets rid of any air pockets and it just gets everything uniformed. And it's a great idea to always just give it a tap, get everything sensible and sorted, and you're good to go, and you'll be nice and consistent. Chad Kelly has joined us. Good to see you, Chad. Thanks for joining us. Thomas is with us. Hi, Doug. And Walter says, perfect round. Thank you, Walter. So let me move the camera again, guys, and we can do this draw for these prizes and catch up with anybody else that's joined us. So up there, guys, is what we're loading this 41 mag for, which is right there. So that's a Ruger Blackhawk. It's a 1970, going by the serial number I looked up on the Ruger website. 1970 Ruger Blackhawk, 3-screw model, but without the modification done for the safety plate. I've got a couple of these old 3-screw revolvers now, which I managed to buy without the modification done. Like I said, I could send it into Ruger and get it done free of charge under their program that they'll do the modification to bring it up to the safety spec. The reason I'm not going to do it is I don't carry it. It's not going to be one of my carry pistols. I take it to the range, I load them up, I fire them, and I empty them. I bring them home empty. So there's no reason for me to do that modification. If I ever sell that at a later date when I stop shooting, I can't shoot anymore, and someone wants to send it into Ruger to make it safe, I will do that. They can do that, but I want to keep it as totally as original as I can. I think these original grips that came with it and everything, so I just want to keep it original as it was when it came out. Bamba Dad is with us. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Walter says consistency in loading is boss. Yeah, the more you can get consistent, that's where you want to be. At height of Chad, you've gone 454. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. And Mrs. Hotshot, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So I'm just about to do the giveaway, guys, for tonight. So hashtag Mac30. If anybody wants to do it, throw it in there quickly. We've got 22 entries in there, 25 on, 27 on. So it's most of you have decided to go in there and do that. So we get that. I was talking about it. Pac-Man Reloading. They send back the original parts. If you send it to Ruger, you can change them right back. Oh, that's good to know as well. They may do it. May consider it. I don't know. It's just like I said, being I don't actually carry it on my hip or nothing, and I'm not worried about one going off. It's only going to be at the range I use it. Um, I may. Okay, let's go in and share a screen with you guys for the draw. Away. Share the screen. Okay. That's a bit better. You can see it there now. So if everybody's done hashtag Mac30, we can go ahead and do this. Let's get this running. Like I said, we've got the screwdrivers, some stickers, and a lighted beanie tonight, everybody. So let's go in and do this quickly. Good luck, everyone. Bobby Barlow. I think I got you, Bobby. Yeah, I got all your address and details. So let me just show you what you've won. So there was share this quickly screen. We have the channel logo, the little FN Scar sticker, pocket screwdriver with a magnet on the top, pocket clip on there, little flat screwdriver. I actually found some Mac Tools pens today as well. So I'm going to throw one of them in, a little Mac Tools pen. And the main one then is the lighted beanie, rechargeable, the light, little flashing red. Off. Just plug it into a USB so with a little lighted beanie. So there you go. They'll be coming out. I'll get them packed up and posted out. Congratulations, Bobby. That's great. Make sure that congratulating. That's great. And Walter says, why is that Julian's live stream passes so quickly? Always great content. Thank you, Walter. I really appreciate that. I try and keep them short. I've seen a lot of streams going on, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Because I'm doing my on a weekend, maybe that would be okay. But in an evening, I'm trying to get it done. Try stay close to that hour mark as I can. sometimes it goes over, and when we do interviews, sometimes they go over as well. So I need to, talking about the interviews, I need to send some invites out, see if any of you want to jump on and be interviewed like we started doing with a couple of the other guys. We want to do a little question and answer interviews again. Just come down. GGW says he got the package, but his daughter stole the beanie. I'll keep putting them in when I do the draws, because I'm going to be giving some more out. Hopefully, we can get you another one sent out. Edward Petty is saying, my Super Black Hawk was sent to Ruger to be modified, not by me. I have the original parts to change it back if I want. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it or not. We'll see. I'll decide if I want. Like I said, I got a few here. And, I'll decide if I want to do that. Mrs. Hotshot made a 357 video today. Walter saying, I'll have to go and check that one out. I haven't seen that one. Jean says, love the stream, Macman. Nice ending to the first Monday of the week. Thank you, Jean. I appreciate that. Like I said, I try and keep them interesting. I might not always be 100% right, and you guys can come in and correct me. But we try and put out, I just try and put out what I'm doing, how I do it, how my setup is. I just like sharing it. And I love spending time with you guys. It's great to be able to come on here on a Monday night, and we had 28 on tonight. There's 5 chapters bouncing, everybody's talking to each other. And that's what's great. It's not just watching me. You guys are talking amongst yourselves in there as well, and it just makes it a great evening. I really enjoy doing it, and I just really humble that you jump on and you spend time with me, and you enjoy watching what I do. Pony 47 has joined us. Good to see you, Pony. Thanks for joining us. Pretty much done tonight, so you might have to go back and do a rewatch. We did loading on a 41 mag. So there's that's what we did tonight. So this is the dummy round. No powder, no primer. So we made that one up with a XTP hollow point Hornady 210 grain. And then the second, this one is primed. Starline brass. This is brand new unfired brass. You can see we're just at the top, 90% of the groove, the Kanye groove. Nice medium to heavy crimp, and perfect, ready to go. So that's what we've that's what we did tonight. Made some 41 mag. 41 mag rounds. And if any of you guys, you've seen a lot of my equipment and what I load for, if there's anything you want me to do a live stream on, leave a comment or send me an email, and I can do it. It's just I keep changing from different presses and different things. So if there's anything that you want to go over again or you want to see again, just let me know, and we'll do a stream around it as well. When you put the powder in the preset, when you put powder in your preset, how much? Can you count on at that setting all the way through to the last one? When you're using, let me just get that off. When you're using this RBS, this red in powder measure, you're talking 0.2 to 0.3 or maybe 0.2 to 0.1. So you're talking a couple of points that it can change, but very, very consistent with these powder measures. The electronic scales over there, you can almost get it smack on every single time. And the same with the Charge Master 1500 behind there. Very, very close. When you start going into, we've been loading up 223 here this afternoon on the 650. These powder measures are good, but they do vary. You get a little bit more inconsistency with these, more like a 0.3 or a 0.4. You've got to be more careful with them. There's more moving parts. There's more things to change how the powder drop goes. But the Dillon powder drops are pretty good. I'll be honest with you, they're not bad at all. And then over there, you can see got the Lee, I think they call it the classic turret. Again, that one is pretty consistent. That powder drop is pretty nice. So normally when you set them up, you can get them to stay very, very close and consistent. What I normally tend to do is I'll do 10 and I'll check it. Do 10 and I'll check it. And if it has gone out a little bit, then you might have to go in and adjust it. But most of the time, Rich, you don't. Once you've set it, you nip up the lock screw and you've set it, you've checked 2 or 3 of them and everything's stable. They normally stay pretty good. But you can see with me, I've got 2 little scales here. I got this little electronic one, battery powered one that I won with Michael Dunn. I use this one, and then I got my plug-in RCBS little scale here as well. So I use both of these for checking. And to be honest with you, I've never had one of these scales. I actually picked this scale, for $10 for this beam scale. And I never had a beam scale. I've never used a beam scale before. But I was thinking, if my power goes out, how am I going to do everything? I've always got the one with batteries, but all the rest are plug-in. So I've got the little beam scale up there now. I need to sit down and start playing with it. I might actually do a video the day I start playing with that beam scale. And I know Walter uses one of those a lot for checking. And it's a really good idea to always have your electronic and your beam. And it covers all your bases. Dwayne 7835 joined us. Good to see you. Michael Dunn is out there. I'm talking about powder measures and everything, guys. Let me just show you this other one thing. Someone told me we can't get these anymore, but I got this little it's called the Dandy Trickler. I don't know if any of you guys have seen these, but when I'm using my Charge Master, and say for my rifle, my precision rounds, I need 50.5 grains. I'll set it at 50.4. So if it goes over just a touch or whatever, I'm good. And then I can use this little Dandy Trickler, and it's 2-speed. You'll hear that. It vibrates and it sends the powder down. Put a little bit of powder in there, sends it down, vibrates down this tube, and it actually drops. You can get this to drop 1 grain of powder at a time. Once you've used your fast speed to get it close to the end, you can use a slower speed. And you can almost drop 1 grain at a time. So I set this up over my Charge Master, and I have 0.1 of a grain too low. And then I'll use this little Dandy Trickler just to drop, to bring it up. So I'm smack on 50.5. So I don't know if they still make them. I bought that one quite a few years ago, and I use it quite a bit when I use my Charge Master. It's a great little addition. And don't know if any of you guys have got one out there, but it works really well. For the precision side, everything, it's great. It's just that one extra thing for us to do. Let's just do it. Michael Dunn says, I used to have the lean measure until I got the FA IntelliDropper. Never went back to the Lee after that. Is that more of like a digital scale? Right? Is that like a nice high quality digital scale? Chad says he's just got the Frankfurt electronic. Going to test it over the winter when I have more time. Some people seem to love it, others hate it. Guess we'll have to see how it treats me. Yeah, it'd be great to see the video on that, Chad. BDW saying favorite. Walter and Willie's favorite. True Blue. I've used a lot of True Blue. It's a good powder. It covers nearly every pistol you could shoot it through. So it's a good universal powder. It's quite a powder as well. Quite fine. Elliot says he has seen the Dandy. I tried to get one. I said, Elliot, I don't even know if they still make it, Elliot. I haven't seen one being advertised for a while. I think they used to make it here in Phoenix somewhere. I think it came from North Phoenix or something. This is Hot Shot saying she's going to be doing a giveaway soon. Keep up with her posts. Tommy says that's different. Never seen that one. Yeah, I saw it on a couple of videos, Tommy, and a couple of guys are using it. Like I said, they just set it up right next to their when you're using a charge master or any powder scale, especially for your precision stuff. Like I said, load it to 0.01 under, and then you can drop the powder grain at a time, and you can watch it, and all of a sudden it hit 15.5, and then boom, you can just drop it. Takes a bit more time. You get in every single shell 50.5, 50.5, 50.5. So I use it quite a bit. I'll have to put a video up next time I got the Charge Master out. Or if we do a live stream or something, we get it running. We do some of that. I'll run that as well, maybe on a live stream, so you can see how that all works. But it's pretty neat. Okay, we're coming up. We've just gone over the hour, guys. We've done the draw. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the stream tonight. I enjoyed doing it. It was great. The side chat was popping. We had 28, 30 people on, which was great. Hopefully, this time slot suits everybody on the East Coast a little bit better. Now the clocks are changed. Still 6 o'clock here in Arizona time. Our time doesn't change, but we're only 2 hours behind the East Coast. So instead of coming on at 9 o'clock over your side, you'll be on at 8 o'clock. So it's not quite so late. And hopefully, it's going to help me when I come home at 6 o'clock. It gives me a chance to jump on other streams as well. So, yeah, Tommy Boy says, "Mac one costing me dollars again." To be honest with you, that wasn't too bad. I can't remember. I'll have to see if I can look it up, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't it was under $100 when I bought it. It wasn't too bad. And they were Elliot saying they're 125 at the moment. Great, great. Thanks for streaming. And there you go. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you all had a great weekend and you're gonna have a great week. I didn't get out shooting this week. I was hoping to get on a Hillbilly show Saturday night, but stuff came up with work again. I was busy. I had to go and do some stuff, and I think I was getting to bed 1 o'clock Saturday morning. I was super late getting home. But work's got to come first. I love this to come first all the time, but I'm afraid the pennies has got to come first. So, but yeah, we're planning on going out next week, shoot these lever action guns. I'm going to get everything Friday night ready, and I'm going to get out there. As a sun cut up Sunday morning, Saturday morning, get some shooting done, get some videos made, and let's see what these new lever actions can do. Really, really look forward to shooting, especially that new Marlin 1894 that I got, 4570. I never shot the 4570. I never shot my 3030, and I never shot a round. So I'm looking forward to having those as well. So plenty to come, guys. So thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you so much. Be safe. Have a great week, and we'll catch you next time. Good night, everybody.